Hello everybody, it's Nym and welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, it is the week before Christmas. I'm already very excited, like Christmas is my favorite holiday. Of course next to my birthday because I love my birthday, but Christmas, I'm all the way for it, like I love it. My entire classroom I've decorated with so many lights. It's amazing, same with my home, it's just wow. Love Christmas. So for today, since it's the week before Christmas, not just Christmas already, I decided to do a Christmas apartment. And next week we are going to do a complete Christmas build, but we'll leave that for next week. Today we are slowly entering the Christmassy season, just like we did last week. We're getting more Christmassy each day. And today we are building a Christmas apartment. So basically that is just an apartment with a Christmas tree and lots of bright colors. Now we are working with the new platforms because, you know, platforms are new in The Sims, or relatively new, and they're amazing. I love them. They're sometimes a little bit buggy, but we'll manage that. That's all completely fine. And we will figure it out. So today we are working with a lofted area. And the reason I build an apartment is that because I am actually looking for my own apartment at the moment. I'm desperate to move. Of course it's very difficult and very expensive where I live because I live very close to Amsterdam, so the prices are like skyrocketing high. It's like ridiculous. But anyways, like I love my job here, so I am going to try to find something here, and otherwise unfortunately I feel like I'm gonna have to relocate somewhere within the country. But that's my worry, not yours. So let's continue with this apartment. So the reason I built apartments is because I'm looking at apartments and I got inspired by some of the apartments that I saw. Naturally, the apartments aren't as big as in The Sims, because The Sims have like this amazing, ridiculously amount of space in their apartments, which is kind of weird because it's supposed to be realistic. And I felt like instead of having 4 apartments in one block, if you had like 6, no, each be like, I don't know, like half of it, of the size that they are now, it will be far more realistic, because it's so difficult to furnish everything. And now this apartment is a complete studio apartment, even though it is so big in space. Basically everything is one room except the bathroom, obviously. The rest is all in the same room. Now I have to say that I quite like the entire layout. We are going to work with platforms a little bit more, but right now we are finishing up our bedroom section. And I know that the closet and the mirror are clipping through the ceiling, but you won't see that when you play with it, so it's completely fine and your Sims can still use the items, so no worries. Same with the curtain, it's clipping through as well, but I try to fix that. And it worked kinda, so, you know, we're sort of okay. And obviously we're using one of my favorite rugs. And we are using the Eco Lifestyle bed, and actually chose this red swatch, which I've never actually used, at least I don't remember using it. But I feel like it fits with the entire color scheme. And I'm really happy that it actually turns out this way. So right now we are building the bathroom, and then we have the layout for the rest of the home will be like a study area, gaming area. Because, you know, I built apartments for myself and I'm a big gamer, so... And then we have a kitchen, dining room, living room, and a kind of a reading nook, so it is quite big. I don't think any of the Sims will be able to live in there because it is very expensive. I forgot to check the price, but I feel like this apartment is somewhere near the 75,000 simoleons, which is, you know, kind of realistic when you play a little bit with your Sims, but not when you first start, so it's in no way a starter home or starter apartment, and I don't think you guys expect that from me because I suck at building starter homes because I go all out with clutter and fancy equipment. But you know what? It is what it is. So right now we are finishing up the bathroom and we are just placing a little bit of clutter. Now I haven't, like I updated my game but I forgot to install my mods again, so I don't have the red shelf. So I'm just placing everything up with the 9 and 0 keys. So sometimes it might float a little bit, but just ignore that. And if you have the red shelf yourself, you can fix it. Because I believe I also put this on the gallery, and if it's not, it will be on the gallery as a room, by the way, because you can't upload apartments. They should really fix that. because that would be amazing. So if you want to download this, it is on the gallery and is the apartment in the Spice District. And I believe this is a 19 Culpeper house or home, one or two. I can't read it because it's a bit blurry. I just remember that's actually in the Spice District. Also, fun fact, I did this all in one take. There's absolutely no cutting in this video, which is very rare for me because usually halfway I get distracted and then I do something else. But I feel like I was listening to a sermon from my church while I was building this because, you know, a pandemic, you can't go out. And churches only have like 30 people in them. They can't have more than that. And, you know, I can watch online, so that's completely fine. Plus, I can sit in my pajamas, and I like that very much as well. So I'm just building it and listening to the sermon. And I feel like that kind of helped me for not be distracted because I was really, really paying attention to the service and then just building in the background. And I actually really like the way the apartment turned out. I mean, with all the colors, here we have this YouTube setup, which would be my dream setup for me, but you know, I don't have room for that right now because I have a teeny tiny room at the moment. So, but once I have my own apartment, I will manage that. And I so hope that I will be able to get my new apartment in the new year. But you know, it's difficult. It is very difficult, but you know, fingers crossed, and we'll see if it works out or not. Like, it's completely fine when I say that, but well, it's not actually fine, but you know what I mean. No need in worrying over things you can't change. Like, either you get an apartment or you don't, and if you worry about it, it only causes stress. And no one needs stress, and nobody got time for that. So right now we are finishing up our little office area. And when I say office, I basically mean gaming area, and we are actually moving on with the living room in a minute after, you know, placing the curtains. And we are going for some very bold aesthetic choices. Like, very bold. We are using like those blue curtains. Our walls are actually going to be yellow at the end with green. And then we have the blue paint on the platforms. So it's very bold. Also, I'm realizing very much now that actually I have the washer on in the background. It's in the room, like in the bathroom. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can, like, it's a buzzing sound. So don't worry, it's not your ears, it's not your phone, it is my washing machine. So I'm sorry, I didn't realize it would be this loud, but oh well. Oh yes, and I did use all the pack, even the Star Wars pack. I know a lot of people hate the Star Wars pack, and if you look at the gameplay, it sucks. Like, I'm gonna be honest with that, I don't like the gameplay, but then again, I don't like the gameplay in The Sims 4 at all. It's just tedious and boring to me. But the build objects are actually really cool. I mean, look at this, like the table that we just placed. That was Star Wars. We're gonna place a little more Star Wars items. I feel like they're actually pretty useful, and I actually quite like it. But you know, that's all that. So that was my my discussion with the Star Wars pack. Like, I know like people like thoroughly hate it, and I can't. I mean, in the beginning I did, but I still bought it because I have like collector's rage, so I need to have all the packs. That's just how my mind works. Also, this is going to be a Christmas apartment. We put a Christmas tree in there, and in the end we're going to put some more decorations, but for now it is just going to be the Christmas tree. And looking at my own room right now, I have a teeny tiny Christmas tree because nothing more fits, and I have some lights. So I feel like it's pretty realistic. I mean, when you have an apartment this big. Wait, they don't actually have storage, do they? Also, they have a balcony, and in the end I put actually a bike on there. I don't know if that's really realistic. Usually you would have your bike in the shed, but whatever. And here we are making the living room, well, not living room, dining room. And we're actually using multiple varieties. Ooh. In my mind, I always say that word correct, but I don't think it comes out right. So we're using I believe this is City Living, the rug. And then we're using the Get Famous table and the Cats and Dog chairs, base game fruit, Snowy Escape, fireplace, and then the Seasons mirror. So yeah, if you don't have all the packs, this probably won't be a good build for you to download. If you guys would like me to do some limited pack builds, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to work on that. I can't promise anything because I just go crazy with building. and I just go crazy with all the packs. But you know, if you want something different, just let me know in the comments down below and I will see if I can manage it. Anywho, we are now working on the kitchen. And this kitchen, I didn't want to make actually a very large kitchen, but this kitchen turns out to be, you know, pretty big. Especially with all the appliances in it. It has like ridiculously amount of kitchen space, and it has this island bar thing. It has a very luxurious fridge, lots of cabinets, lots of quick kitchen equipment actually, so like a microwave, a dishwasher, a tea brewer, like very much, and then all the clutter we are placing in here as well. It is going to be a lot. And I know that, and I build very extravagant kitchens, but for this, you know, I was like, you know, it's a studio apartment, there's probably not going to be a lot of kitchen space if you look at it realistically, and since I've looked at a lot of real estate lately, I can say that kitchens usually aren't something that people go all out in. I do because I love it, but you know, normal people apparently don't. I mean, my dream kitchen would be something like this, like gigantic. Then I would still have like separate ovens, worked into a special cabinet so I can make like multiple pies at the same time, or cupcakes or cookies because I love baking. And I would probably have 2 sinks as well, one of those big farm sinks. I don't know if you guys know what I mean with that. It's like those big white ones that come a little bit out of your counters. I love those. And naturally I'd have like a lot more cabinet space. But oh well, it is The Sims. And oh yes, those lights. I would have those lights above my stove. And that's actually something that I'm going to do when I have my own place. Just putting lights everywhere. My electricity bill is going to be skyrocketing, but that's fine. Because it will look pretty, and that's like one of the most important things in my opinion. Also, if you hear the beeping now, that is my laundry that is done. So after the voiceover, I will turn that off. So yeah. Like I was saying, like at the beginning of this video, next week is the week of Christmas. This week is actually the last week that I'm kind of pre-recording. I'm doing this all in the weekends. And next week I'm going to make a bunch of videos because I know how crowded January is going to be for my work. So, you know, that's kind of a struggle. So in January, a lot of videos will have been pre-recorded. I don't know if the voiceovers will be pre-recorded, but the footage will have been like a bit old. So if suddenly either Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, or The Sims come out with a major update, my videos will not include those. Or maybe on a very rare occasion, if I have time, they will, but otherwise they won't. So just so you guys know that, bear that in mind, please. Right, and now we are doing the balcony, and the balconies of the other apartments, like above and below, looked so boring, like literally so boring. So I wanted to do something different. And same with the pavement that is on the balcony, it is so boring. So we are actually going to change that because I didn't like it. And in the end, I like this actually way better when we actually change the pavement in a moment. We are heading into the screenshots very soon. So I want to take this time to thank you guys. And self-promote my channel, obviously. So if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because it does help the YouTube algorithm throw my videos up to other people as well. And then we get more subscribers and a bigger community, and that would be nice. So guys, enjoy the screenshots, and I see you on the next video. Bye!